Okay, it has been ages. 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I'm so sorry I haven't made any videos. Life has been frantic and mental at work. More on that later, but it's not like I haven't been doing stuff, and it's not like I haven't been filming stuff. What I haven't been doing is sitting down and editing it. I'm on my commute on the way into work again. I've been doing this for the last couple of weeks. More on that in another video. What I thought I'd do very quickly in this video is just compile some of the footage in the last couple of weeks with some voiceover stuff, because if I'm honest, I can't really remember everything. I know I've done a race, I know I've done some coaching, I can't remember the other stuff. So I'm going to cut to that stuff now, and I will see you after I've recorded what I've done the last couple of weeks. Pretty day. It's 6:25. My alarm went off at 5:45. I'm on my way to pick up 3 teammates from the Tri Club, because we've got a little relay race today in the Cotswolds, like a 300 metre swim, 8k bike, mile run or something, and they hand over to the next person. And I haven't really thought about it very much, because I've been using the usual approach of, if I don't think about it, it doesn't exist. And it's the last race of the season. I think it's the same day as Exmouth Open Water Tri, which is a race I normally do, so I'm kind of missing out on that today. But anyway, we've got to get going and register and get ourselves sorted and find out how all this is going to work.
I think the most noticeable thing for me about the Cotswold Relay, having never done one like this before, I've done races where there have been relays in the race but not completely a relay race, was just how inclusive it all was. Everyone was there for someone else, and it meant that the crowd was made up of competitors but also people that had come down to see them, and it was unusual. I'd never seen anything like it, to be honest with you, and I really enjoyed it. There was a lack of sort of individual ego, which I've never experienced at any race before. It was a huge amount of fun, and I'd really love to thank JB for organising it as ever. What a proper dude. Now, as a musician, I don't do as many gigs as I used to, but in the last month or so I have done a couple of shows with an amazing band from Bristol called Black Foxes. They are about half my age, and I reckon most of the people at the gig were wondering who the granddad at the back was on the drums. One of the main reasons I've been so busy over the last month has been the new campus that we've opened in Bristol with BIM. It's just the most incredible place. The facilities that we've got there are world class now, and my colleagues and the people that I work with and the students, I love them dearly, and we now have this incredible facility at our fingertips. It's been exhausting but exhilarating. And I know I've spoken about this on the vlog already, but one of the main drivers this year, one of the most important things to me, is to try and be as self-sufficient as I can getting into work and back, not using the bus and not driving in. So it meant tinkering with an old cross bike and rebuilding it, and as per usual, I do enjoy messing around rebuilding bikes. It's fun.
Fairly brief, I hope, succinct coverage of what I've done in the last few weeks. Has been a bit chaotic. But what I want to do over the next couple of weeks is talk about my newfound approach to riding a bike, which sounds a bit odd because you pedal your legs, don't you? Let's face it. Commuting to work 3 days a week at least is an important factor. Oh yeah, road closed. I came down here yesterday, can just about get through on foot. Yeah, it's a threefold reason really why I want to avoid using the bus or driving in. One is the environment, and also the it's not called a congestion charge, it's like the environmental charge they're bringing in Bristol in November, and rightly so, and the cost of fuel, which doesn't bother me because I think we should be using less fuel anyway. So environment is reason number one. Second reason is cost, because it's damn sight cheaper to ride a bike into work than it is to get the bus and drive all the time. Parking and the horrific prices of public transport, which at the best of times are crap. And thirdly, my health, mental and physical health. But there are some barriers. There are some barriers to commuting in, the primary one being comfort. So I'm going to be going through some of the things that I've done to mitigate those. Essentially, warmth, gear, practicality of drying kit out when you get to work, because there's nothing worse than putting wet kit on. Actually, there is wet wetsuits. Stuff like getting your gear into work, bike bags and saddle bags and things like that. Just let me negotiate this this bit here a sec. Morning, sorry, holding you up. At least you can get through, eh? Ha! Yeah, it's proper closed, yeah. Whoa, it's closed, can't get through, mate. It does say back here, but... So, yes, the bike is the first thing. Now this is a 2010 Focus Mare. Well, in the West Country, Mare is short for Nightmare, Western Super Nightmare. I think it's probably pronounced Mare, Spaghetti Fruta del Mare. It's pretty grim. I bought it for about 100 quid from somebody in Kidderminster years ago to ride cross in 2018. It's got crappy V-brakes and I put road wheels, road tyres on it to commute in and out. It's pretty unpleasant to ride. I must admit, rebuilding it was a bit of fun actually. Quite enjoyed finding all the bits, and massive thanks to Katie and Chrissy as usual for finding me obscure parts to help me ride the damn thing. But more on the bike another time, because I have plans for this. This is going to become my essentially my pub bike to ride with the kids and go and pick blackberries and stuff like that. I'm going to retire this, but there are three main things I'm going to look at over the next coming months. One is to try and encourage people to commute more, because it's really important to me, I think, to try and think about what we can do to alleviate, well, this for a start, sort of traffic. I'll show you a bit more footage of what Bristol's like in the morning when I get into the city. So looking at kind of three main areas really. The bike and kind of fittings and things to go on there, luggage, saddlebags and handlebar bags and stuff, and also clothing. But the other thing is I also quite fancy a little bit of bike packing, but that's for another video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one very soon.